when you think about Meghan Markle, she's been stupid really from the off, because the opportunity to enter into the British monarchy would have given any budding actress everything that you could have wanted. You know, glossy front covers, a nice lifestyle, people to look after you, cook your meals, of course living in wonderful palaces, world travel. What more would you have wanted? And let's not forget, Meghan Markle was not an actress at the peak of her career. Oh, no, no, no. She was definitely very, very grateful, some might suggest, to have that small role in the pivotal cable TV show Suits. It was going nowhere. Hence the fact that once Prince Harry hoofed along, she couldn't believe her luck. You know, there she was, a prince in waiting, all that sort of stuff. And more importantly, you know, he apparently, when they first met, all she wanted to know was he nice? Clearly omitting the fact that was he rich, you know? And the other side of it is many people realised, in fact very close members of his family realised exactly what Meghan Markle was all about, including our late and brilliant monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. But even she surpassed herself when she turned blue over this particular request. Let me explain. Good to see you today. Thank you so much as ever for your time. I'm so glad you could join me. Apparently this period in the year, you know, is now considered one of the better periods for weddings, simply because it's a lot cheaper. I know, I used to work weddings, you know, years ago when I worked in hotels, and this was at the period where video cameras were just coming in and everybody needed it filming. And do you remember the next stage where they had to have doves flying off and then carriages like Cinderella? In the old days, you just got there, didn't you, to church, and you were grateful for your friends to turn up and a bit of a shindig in a church hall. That was your wedding. How times have changed. Some might say how times changed, of course, with Meghan and Harry's spectacular wedding that she called a spectacle from St. George's Chapel in Windsor. And what's fascinating, when you remember, she still harped on about this secret wedding and basically totally embarrassing herself about how they got married a few days before, and then this was just a spectacle for the adoring British public and the worldwide Commonwealth. How rude and disrespectful. There's no two ways about it. There she was, trolling down, of course, the aisle of St. George's Chapel on the then Prince of Wales's arm, but dumping him off halfway because she wanted to be an independent woman. But behind the scenes, there was a bigger problem. She was seething that she could not get Westminster Abbey, which of course is only allowed to senior members of the British monarchy. Heirs, that sort of thing. It's not really allowed to the also-rans. But Harry did not bother explaining this to her. One thing that she was absolutely tipping to the boiling point of was the fact that she also wanted a red carpet upon her arrival, like we saw, of course, with Catherine, the Princess of Wales, as she is now. Now, this is really only reserved, as I say, for the senior members of the monarchy, you know, the next in line. And this was explained to Meghan that actually, where you are, you get a blue carpet. And, you know, this has been applied to, of course, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew, Princess Eugenie, even the Princess Royal, Princess Anne. Meghan was having none of it. She wanted red and was seeing red, apparently, behind the scenes. This was about the same time as whatever Meghan wants, Meghan gets. She couldn't get the tiara, she was having the carpet. When Her Majesty the Queen said no, well, she didn't want a blue carpet either. And that's why what you see when Meghan arrives inside St. George's Chapel in Windsor is the fact that she came out of the car, of which she battered the man away from, if you remember, and walks onto a stone cold floor, all the while having the Prince of Wales waiting upon her to walk her halfway down the aisle. So when people say Meghan's not difficult, she's not a demon boss or a diva duchess, it was already out there, literally waiting to happen. The only thing is, people kept it hidden from the mass media. But now, people, ex-staff that she treated very badly, are finally speaking out. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.